So Lord Infamous was one of the founding members.
Yeah.
And you guys were putting out projects, and then I guess he went to jail?
No, Lord Infamous never went to jail back then.
No, that came later.
Yeah.
Okay. So what caused Lord Infamous to leave the group then?
He didn't really lead a group. It's like it kind of got, it's like Lord, he was kind of like, he wasn't really in jail as far as like doing time in jail. He was just kind of like in and out, just like sometimes he would show up at the studio, sometimes he wouldn't. It was more of that, and this started creating like a friction between him and Juicy, and that's what made it just kind of like he, I ain't gonna say he got kicked out, but it's like he just kind of like, it was too much for them too.
Like, what was the last album that he was on?
Unbreakables, like 2002, 3, somewhere around there.
Okay. So then he started kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Dropping his own projects and everything else like that. And he has a lot of projects out.
I didn't even know that till a few days ago. I was looking, I was like, shit, because I saw somebody still putting them out. I was like, what the hell going on around here? Somebody just put one out like last week or something.
Yeah, I mean, I started going through the catalog. Yeah, I mean, from 1994 to like 2016. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 projects.
Yeah, he got a lot. He probably really only did 2. And between a couple of 2 motherfuckers I can name, they've just been putting out shit like crazy.
Okay, and were you guys always close?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you guys always remain in contact and everything else like that. So then 2013, December 20th, he passes away.
Uh-huh.
Did you talk to him right before that?
No, I talked to him maybe like a few, I don't know how many days before that, but I talked to him some days before that, but not like not the day of.
Okay, and Lil Infamous, did you talk to him right before that?
You know, it's so crazy. The night he passed, I was one of my best friends, and he's a fan of 3 Six Mafia, and I was like asking my best friend, do you want me to call him so like he can talk to him? But I never called him, and late that night, I got up cause he died around after 12 a.m. sometime. And I got up and I heard my mother on the phone, and she was saying I heard her I can't tell Ricky this. That's my name, I'm named at the time. Mm-hmm. And I just heard I can't tell Ricky this, but I didn't know what she was talking about. And later that day when I woke up, that's when I got the news.
When was the last time you talked to him before you heard the news?
Probably a day before.
A day before?
Yeah, over the phone.
Did you guys have any idea, was he having any sort of health problems or anything of that sort?
No, it came out of nowhere, man. We had
Yeah.
He had a heart attack?
Yeah.
Has he ever had a heart attack before that or anything else?
Yeah, he had a heart attack and a stroke
Yeah, he had a stroke what, was it a year before? 2 years?
Yeah, probably 2011, I think. No,
Yeah,
it was right.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. It wasn't that long before, because I flew to Memphis.
Okay.
To go to the hospital and check him out. So it was a couple of years before.
I mean, that's concerning that 38-year-olds would have a heart attack. You know,
he was 40 when he died, though.
That's what I'm saying. But he had his first heart attack at 38, which is really young.
Yeah.
Really young.
Yeah, it's really young.
What did they tell? Did they tell him why it was, or anything of that sort? Did he share any of that information with any of you?
No.
He just kept it to himself.
Yeah.
Was he kind of like that?
Lord Infamous had 9 lives, man.
Yeah, he had a lot of near-death experience.
Man, he had so many near-death experience. He wrapped cars around poles, all kinds of shit, man. I mean, this motherfucker is a cat, man.
So wait, he's wrecked cars. What else?
Near-death experience? I just know about the car wrecks.
There's probably a lot of car wrecks. I remember he came home from a car wreck. You could see his car outside was towed up. Him and my mom was just arguing. He had blood all over him.
I know one time he had a car wreck and he got into it with the police. They slammed him down and knocked his teeth got knocked out when they slammed him on the ground, his grill.
Okay. So he was wild out there.
He was wild.
He was
Yeah,
wild.
But he wasn't wild like gangster wild, like you see young thug niggas doing shit like, yeah, motherfucker. He wasn't like that. Like he was quiet, like nicest person in the world, give you his shirt off his back. But he liked to, he liked to drink and get high or whatever. So he was more that kind of wild, not like a, gangster doing out in the streets talking shit, blah 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 blah, loudmouth guy, loud gangster.
Real humble.
Yeah, real humble.
When you heard that your dad had passed, how did it affect you?
And I think it's still affecting me to this day, like, because you only get one dad, so
Yeah.
I really think I'm still coping with it, and I think that's really part of the reason why I started rapping.
Did you break down when you heard the news?
I didn't.
You didn't?
Nah, because I didn't really know how to take it. Like, it was surreal.
What about when the funeral and you actually, was it open casket?
Yeah, it was.
So when you actually saw, well, it looks like your dad, but it's not really your dad anymore. How did that affect you?
Yeah, it still affects me.
Yeah. Well, Paul, when you got the phone call,
Man, when I got the phone call, I was in the bed and my girl called me, and she had saw it online. Gangsta Boo had posted it.
huh?
Gangsta Boo had posted it. She posted it so fast, I didn't even get a call yet. And I was like, what? And she's like, Ricky died. I was like, Ricky who? And she's like, your brother Ricky. And I was like, no. And then I think that's when I started making phone calls and this and that. And after a while, I was like, holy shit. And that's when I broke down then. I never forget, I was like right at the door of my bedroom, walking into the living room.
You just started crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's tough. I mean, you guys, would you say it's your closest? I mean, it wasn't your brother exactly, but your closest.
But he was closer to me than my brothers. Because like I said,
That's what I'm
we grew
saying.
up
Yeah,
together.
was he like the closest one out of your family, pretty much?
Yeah, definitely. Because the closest brother to me is 10 years older than me, exactly. Yeah, so when I was 15 or whatever, he was 25. He was long gone. He was doing this thing back in like the late 80s, mid 80s, early 90s. That's when my brother was, in the streets. So he was out of our house a long time ago.
Yeah, man, sad. 40 years old. That's way too young. I mean, me and you were older than 40.
Yeah.
It's been
Crazy part about it, Koopsta was 40 as well.
Really?
Yeah. And then I was 40. And I was like, God, please hurry up and make me 41. Fuck. Because I was 40. Me and Coop was the exact same age.
That 40, you gotta.
40's a hump though. Like, man, I think,
Yeah.
you talked about this a few times.
Yeah.
Your body is different when you turn 40.
That's true.
It can't take the same shit.
Yeah, you gotta sort of, reassess everything.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It don't take stuff the same. Like, I'm telling you, a fall, a cold, anything is way more harsh on a 40-year-old body than
How did Koopsta die?
a brain aneurysm.
Oh.
Now, I talked to him right before that happened. I did talk to him.
Wow.
I did talk to him. I'll never forget, I was at, what's that, Catalina Island? That's the name of the island out there?
Yeah.
Me and my girl here went to Catalina Island, like a couple of one homie and his girl, I think. Yeah, maybe his girl. But anyway, we was over at Catalina Island, and he called me. He's like, I got this idea, because we finna start on his solo album. And he was telling me about ideas of stuff he wanted to use and songs he wanted to do and this and that. And Coop was on his way to moving to Vegas that Tuesday. And he called me that Sunday, I think it was. And he was moving to Vegas that Tuesday. He had just got a house there. He was telling me how nice the house was. It had a swimming pool and all this stuff. And that's when he got out the shower, and that's when it hit him.
Yeah, man. I mean, everyone who's watching this, everyone who dies has plans the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So always, take every day serious, because you don't know how many days. We're all gonna have an expiration date.
Yeah, I was just riding. I left the studio a couple of days ago. I was working on a track for a big famous artist, a female, and I got on the expressway, and I was riding down the expressway down to 101. I was coming from a studio in Encino. I was coming down to 101, and this was literally maybe 3 days ago. Literally 3 days ago. So right down to 101, and a white a white car zoomed past me, like almost rear-ended me. He probably missed me by, a couple of feet or whatever. Zoomed past me, shook my truck. I was like, what the fuck? This fucker zoomed past me, went down right in front of me. Went, boom, hit the middle, over to the side. Boom, hit another car, middle. Boom, 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 boom. And fucking ping-ponged, and at the end of the wreck, it was 6 cars parked over to the side of the road. So I pulled over to get out and see, make sure everybody was all right. Only person was hurt was him. The dude, he looked like he probably was drunk or whatever, and he was just laid back. The whole dashboard was cased in on his legs. Wow. His car was towed. I got it in my phone. His car was towed the fuck up, and he was just sitting there like, and he was towed up, and everybody was getting out the car, walking over there. But the people, like, they went over there to look, but they were so mad, because one car had 2 young kids in it. Yeah. 2 young dudes looked like they probably like 22, 23, and he hit their car twice. But they was all right. One of them got out, hold his head, the other one holding his back. And then one dude walked up, and he was like, is that the fucker in the car that was driving like a fucking, that was driving 120 miles per hour down there? And I was like, yeah, that's just knock your ass off. But I was like, man, that dude, he barely missed me. If he would have rear-ended me, probably wouldn't be doing this. No, we wouldn't be doing this interview now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Came that close to it.
I got hit on the freeway once, and I went across, and I skirted out, but the guy ended up hitting like the barrier. So, yeah, I've been there. It's fucked up,
Fucked up.
It's fucked up.